Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Geminis, let's go ahead and jump on in, Gems, and see what our message is right now. We have got Judgment in the reverse and Hanged Man upright. It's not time. It's a simple, straightforward, it's not time. We have a delay. We have a reason to delay making a judgment about something, maybe about a Pisces or about a Scorpio. Hang on. One of these things is not like the other. We have a card that doesn't belong. Kind of same color tones, but it's significantly larger than the others. So my hand could feel it. Two of Pentacles. Okay, this could still go either way. I wouldn't normally take a card that didn't pop out, but obviously it didn't belong there, and I wasn't going to be able to shuffle properly with it in there. So something, even here, she's holding a clock in one hand. We have two different hats. I mean, the duality aspect of this card speaks heavily of Gemini energy for sure, but it says there's a reason. It's not time to actually make a decision, maybe between two people yet. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. It's also not time to put energy into trying to figure this out yet. What does that mean? I mean, on one hand, I think it's a great message to be like, okay, time to chill, time to just roll. Seven of Pentacles. Things have to have time to finish baking in the oven. Little time will pass, then we'll start to see an emergence of what's actually going on. Seven of Pentacles is passage of time with growth. And we're just now seeing our character get to the point where they're starting to envision like what their big castle, their future is going to look like, or what they would want. Queen of Swords, there's our Gemini. And Knight of Pentacles, again, slow moving. I actually think that whomever is going to be the right person for Gemini hasn't actually arrived in their world yet. They might be thinking that someone else is supposed to be the right person. Maybe they're thinking about a past person, somebody who wore the baseball cap or somebody who wore the cowboy hat. One is new, one is old, would be my impression. And it says, if Gemini is trying to make a decision about, hey, should I reconcile with somebody from my past, if they don't have a real strong confidence that I want to manifest reconciling with a particular person from my past, this is saying it could be the reason Gemini is not sure about that is because it might be the wrong avenue to invest a bunch of time in. Because if Gemini knew for a fact who they wanted to reconcile with, probably there wouldn't be this like lack of certainty. We wouldn't have that Two of Pentacles. You know, what's that song by Lana Del Rey and oh gosh, Bleachers, guy from Bleachers. When you know, you know. And in his segment of the song, he says, you know, something about like, you know, if you're asking, then you already know. The answer is no. It kind of feels like if Gemini is trying to almost force themselves to say, maybe I should, you know, reinvest in somebody from the past, but I'm not ready to do so yet. The universe is like, well, there might be a very good reason for that. It might be because this isn't deep down where Gemini wants to invest their time. And as a little more time passes, they're going to realize that they would have been like pulling themselves backwards if they were going to return to an ex or a past situation, when in fact what they're really waiting for is for the new to arrive. So it's almost like Gemini is between bus stops or metro stops. They're on a bus, they're on a metro, and they could have gotten off at that last stop, but they're not up at the next stop yet, and they're wondering, damn, what should I have done? Well, the nice thing about it, if we're riding on a metro, is we don't get to say, hey, driver, will you back up the train for me? We're going to go to the next stop anyway. So it's kind of like, I think on this journey right now, Gemini's mind is back at the last stop, wondering if they should have gotten off there, wondering if they should, you know, hop off at the next stop and run back. But they're not even at a point where they can get off at the next stop yet, which is good. It's good to have this delay, because I think Gemini is going to get clearer and clearer the further away they are from, you know, like, oh, well, maybe I'll hop off at the next stop and then run back to that previous metro stop. They're going to be like, but man, the miles are passing. I mean, God, It's a 7-minute train ride to the next stop. So how many miles would that be in walking, hoofing it? It almost feels like it's better for them to get further and further away from the past, because they're going to realize what they're looking forward to is the new, even if the new is still taking time to approach them. There is a funny little delay in all of this, where either Gemini can't reach out to somebody from their past, or they can't respond to somebody's message from the past. And I think it's because deep down, they didn't really even want to, but they were trying to like talk themselves into it. But I think thankfully, the delay here is going to get our Gemini to a place where they're really solid. The truth is, I want the new. Two of Swords, High Priestess. Deep down, they're ready to kind of block off the new. The Two of Swords is about blockage, but we can see they were still contemplating, if I let go of the past, I'm letting go of an entire direction, like life path that I could have seen me going down. If I'm letting go of that, then instead I'm walking into the unknown, and who will I become? I think our character has known deep down that had they wanted to take the life path that was already displayed to them with an X or a past job or something like that, they would not have gotten on this metro bus in the first place. They wouldn't be in a place of questioning. They would have never like even considered walking away from it if it were right for them. The fact that they considered walking away from it in this story, and please remember these are fictional, the fact that they considered walking away at all says a lot. My pup agrees. It says a lot. It says that they were done. And they know that. Deep down, they know that. So with this different direction that I think they know that they're headed toward. What does that mean? Two of Wands in the reverse, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. This is a character who was, like I picture this Gemini who was like dancing on like this little fence line and wondering which of the two fields should I jump into. And I think they're firmly accepting, if I had wanted to be in the one I just left, I never would have left it in the first place. So instead, I believe my instinct was right. I needed to let go of the past and I need to embrace the new, even if that means being fully single for a while before I meet anything else new. That this feels very confident. Like Gemini, we've watched them make their thought processes clear in their head. I am leaving the past. I wouldn't have walked away from it in the first place if I didn't realize that I was ready to let it go. We have the Devil. It's a really hard thing to walk away from, though. There was a lot of passion. There was a lot of desire. That person still has a powerful lure. I think that Gemini is aware that temptation will always be there, that there is something there, some warmth, some torch, some glow, but at the same time, they are fully embracing being single. What happens with that thing from the past? Action of Pentacles says, it almost hints to me that the new thing is coming in slowly, and Gemini is slowly moving on from the pull of the past. It'll fade more and more. The passion of whomever it was in the past, maybe it was a Capricorn. We do have a lot of earth energy there, but also some fire. Tell me only about the future then. Where is our Gemini headed? Inspiration of Pentacles is going to be a whole new book of life to write, a whole new chapter, whole new everything. Gemini is about to open up the next pages in their life, and I think they're aware of this. But it's not purely about love and romance. This is a story where, look at this, Two of Pentacles. Once again, there's a whole bunch of things that actually, the reason Gemini is going to be single in between these, leaving the old relationship and before a new one comes in, it's because Gemini is starting to take assessment of lots of things in their life. Two of Pentacles is not just about, okay, well, if I'm leaving behind that old timeline where I could have been this person's partner and then our life would have looked like this. And now instead, I'm going to meet somebody new. I'm going to be single for a while, and then I know I'm going to meet somebody new, and that'll change the outcome of my life. But before that new person gets here, what do I need to do? What do I want to revamp? What do I want to do different in my own life as a whole? This is super important for Gemini because they have to be able to pick basically who are they? Who are they going to be? What would they do differently? Five of Cups, I think Gemini would let go of a lot of things that have actually brought them sorrow. I think Gemini is going to be cleaning out the closet. Maybe Eminem style, I don't know. We got Ace of Cups upright. It is definitely unpacking things, unpacking situations, memories. I kind of picture Gemini on a rainy afternoon going through their house and doing a big old purge. They got a big old, I see a big old like garbage can with a white like garbage can liner, and they are grabbing stuff that they don't need, that they don't want. They could be emptying out old food and snacks and things from their cupboards that, it's like, well, those are things that my ex used to eat, or those are things, maybe I'm going to clean up my own eating habits. I'm going to change those things. That wasn't bringing me joy. That wasn't in my best interest. Maybe going through the house and taking down certain things where it's like, you know what, that's so much a part of my past life. I'm going to go through those old drawers that are catch-alls, and we have like, old ticket stubs from concerts that we went to that were, we remember who we went with, and maybe those people aren't even friends of ours anymore. We had a breakup with, friend group, and it's like, you know what, let me get rid of some of those old mementos, the things that were painful. Let me clear my house out, my space out of things that really are negative memories, and let me just instead replace it with things that I enjoy, things that give me joy. I feel like somebody is redecorating, not in a huge extravagant way, but just little things. Maybe they have a box and they're tucking certain things away, and instead they are bringing out different items. I feel like it's simpler. I feel like somebody's like wiping down countertops and just only leaving out like the minimum of what they need. It's, maybe somebody's got a nice little lotus flower candle, or some, little, whatever home art that they put out, but it's much simpler. White and teal, turquoise colors and like natural colors seem to be coming into the focus here. Once again, we have the Hanged Man energy, which is the perspective card in this deck. I think that our character needs to be able to sit in their own home that's cleansed of other people's energy for a little bit and actually feel the energy shift, feel the energy recalibrate and rise in their own heart space, but also in their external environment. That's super important for this Gemini to actually like really cleanse their space. I mean, maybe they're saging, or they're, putting a new fragrance in their house or something as well. I'm picturing somebody changing their shower liner too. I know it's really weird and specific, but somebody changing their shower liner. Definitely their sheets also. 10 of Wands. There is so much organization and so much like, oh my God, I just let go of so much energy that was surrounding items, so much emotional attachment that was, clinging to like maybe even the dust in my house, and it's all aired out now. This is a huge sense of relief for our Gemini. Okay, so what happens next? Because we see that they're cleaning this out. It might take them 5 to 10 days though to do it right, because we got 5s and 10s in here. 7 of Wands sideways. They still just want to enjoy maybe coming home to their own house with nobody in it, or none of the ex's energies, or none of the old energies that they've just removed. They kind of want to just enjoy the peace for a little bit. This feels like going into my cave, not because I want to hide away exactly, but because it feels really nice. It feels like my space is my kingdom. I feel really comfortable. I feel secure. Wow, 3 of Swords. I feel really secure, and I feel like this character is doing a big, like, I don't know. This feels like a sound bath or something. You notice that we have the frequency that broke glass, but it's more like This character is acknowledging that it's not a blockage for them anymore, that Seven of Wands is how we overcome struggles. It's not really a struggle. Now it's kind of like, wow, I really raised my frequency. My heart is really open now. I dealt with, look at this, the awakening, and I surrender this and I give away whatever was bothering me. This feels like somebody doing like a real spiritual connection to, their higher self. But I feel like it's physical first and emotional, and then it's symbolic. I release this, I surrender any remaining, pieces of hurt and pain. I've cleansed my space, I've cleansed my heart, and I've given up, surrendered and given to the universe anything that was still a little bit painful. And now I'm whole again. And now bring in the King of Swords. Here's the new person. Here's the new person. We already saw our Gemini as a Queen of Swords, and now we see a King of Swords, a perfect match. You notice that the spirit of like Gemini had to go through this big transformation before they were going to align with this new person. This new person, I almost think that on one hand, Gemini could have possibly met them at almost any point in time, but they didn't until now. Where did we just see? Did I envision that and it's not there? I thought we saw, Queen of Swords. I was like, where did my Queen of Swords go? I'm positive that Gemini was already present here. It doesn't matter if Gemini is a masculine or a feminine. I just feel like this is one of those situations where they had to fully release something before they could welcome in the new. Three of Pentacles. We have that embodiment of swords. That King of Swords is attached to this. This could be that Gemini's proper partner is someone who they already either worked with or had in their environment, and Gemini could have never looked at them as a potential love interest. This could be somebody who's under their nose all this time. But until Gemini was really ready to see them in a different light, see them with different eyes, Gemini could never have dreamed that this would be their person. Sometimes people take on whole new energies in our life when we start to see them in a way that we just never saw them before. Oh, that song Wrapped in Red by Kelly Clarkson is in my head. Love that song. In all this white, you'll see me like you've never seen me yet. That's the line that's in my head right now. Beautiful song. I know it's a Christmas song, but this is such a lovely energy in this. All right, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, and I will see you again soon. Bye, Geminis.